Hey, welcome to another episode of Beers, Jack of Barbecue. What I'm going to do today is not going to involve the grill, although it could because I'm going to make beef jerky, but I just like to do beef jerky on my dehydrator. It's a Mesquite dehydrator. You'll see more of that tomorrow. Well, you'll see it at the same time, but when I actually go to dehydrate the beef jerky. I will show you some of the prep work. What I did was at a 6 pound, it was actually 2 round roast. I froze it yesterday, put it in the fridge last night, let it thaw out some, but it was still pretty much a good block this morning, and it made it easier with a real nice big sharp knife. Like I said, you'll see some of the prep work. Sliced everything as thin as like kind of 1/8 inch-ish, maybe a little bit thicker at some places. What I'll do then to prep it then is I actually just cover my entire counter with saran wrap, or Stretch Tite is what I used here, and then I'll lay it all out. I'll be able to season it all up. Then I gather it back up, put it in a bag, and let it sit overnight or 24 hours in the fridge before I dehydrate it. But it makes cleanup a nice way to go. One thing I did have here is what I said I use the jerky seasoning Mesquite blend is kind of my favorite one. Initially started with a 5-pack. It was 5 different flavors. Kind of landed on this one. I had quite a bit of cayenne pepper. Because of the size of being 6 pounds, I could only get about a tablespoon of cayenne pepper in the mix. Like I said, I will add some real hot pepper mix where I'll just sprinkle a little bit over the top. Our cameraman Jack is not here today. He's the lucky one, gets to do the editing, but he'll also get some of this beef jerky. He has a friend who grows a lot of like crazy hot peppers. Jack cuts them up, dehydrates them, and then makes a kind of a grind out of them, and then I just take a pepper grinder and sprinkle it over the top of it, just add a little bit of heat to it because it's like really hot. It has some of the hottest peppers in the world in the mix, but I like a little bit of heat, not crazy. A little sprinkle makes it perfect. So I'll lay them all out now. I'll season them. I'm sure we'll speed up through a lot of this, so you don't have to watch it all, and we'll go from there. Okay, so now I'm going to season everything up. So I have it, like I said, just followed the directions for the cure and the amount of seasoning for the mesquite, and I added my own cayenne pepper. Try to use about half the batch for this part of it, and I'm going to flip everything, coat the other side. I try to do a good job getting it as even as I can. It's kind of difficult to do, but once you put it in the bag and mix everything around, it kind of covers also. So. All right, that's all seasoned up. Just gonna grab a baggie here real quick and I'll start putting it all together. You kind of see as I'm scooping it up, I'll kind of drag it across the rest of the seasoning, get it all in here. Like I said, once I have it in the bag, I kind of really make sure I keep mixing it up, and I'll do it multiple times throughout the day and even tomorrow, where keep mixing it, make sure everything's covered well. Like I mentioned, Jack does a mix, and since I have half a batch there, I wasn't really planning that, but it's a lot of meat, so what I'll do is I'll make one batch with just the cayenne pepper, and then I'm going to add, like I said, this stuff is, which for me, like I said, I like hot food to a point. This stuff is crazy hot. But putting it on the beef jerky gives it a real nice added kick. And you can see I didn't use a whole lot, but it'll do the job. Hang on one sec, I have to run and get another glove. I wasn't prepared since I forgot to get the hot stuff out. As you can see, two nice batches of jerky. And I'll also then show you how easy the cleanup is. All right, so I'll be back to this one tomorrow as I get everything prepped for the dehydrator. I'll put it, like I said, put it in the fridge. It's going to be 24 hours. It's around 11 o'clock now in the morning, so be back tomorrow on the dehydrator. See you then. All right, so here we are 24 hours later. I have actually two bags of the beef jerky. I'm just going to do one for now. Only thing, it's this is the one that I didn't put the real hot pepper on. But actually it seems like more than 24 hours because yesterday was actually New Year's Eve. So I started in 2017 and finished in 2018. What I'm going to do is actually lay these on the racks, get it all prepped. I'll show you some of that and then just start dehydrating. So not a whole lot to see there, but like I said, we'll show you putting it on. I did spray the racks with just some cooking spray. And the nice thing about using the dry rub is it doesn't leave a lot of residue on the racks, and then with the cooking spray, these wash up real easy. So like I said, I'll just show you a few of these being put on, and then I won't make you, torture you through all that, but we'll show you the finished product when we're done. I usually check it maybe after 2 hours, and I just keep watching it. Since I cut everything by hand, some are thinner, some are thicker. Some of the thinner ones will actually come off a little bit sooner than the thicker ones. And we have Rocky again trying to make another appearance here. He's a little bit of an attention hog, likes when things are all about him. So we'll show you what we're doing here. Okay, I'm going to wrap up the beef jerky episode. I'm not totally done yet. See behind me, I still have 4 trays in there. Started with 5 trays. As you saw from the yesterday or the early part of this, had 2 different batches. One I made hotter, which had some less meat on it, and the other one I just made my normal recipe with the seasonings I use, and I had cayenne pepper. Dried it for, it's going on about 5 hours now. Some of these are a little bit thicker, which is fine. It just makes a good jerky. I like to make them a little pliable, but it's nice and dry. It's going to make good beef jerky. I'll end up putting these in paper bags for now, overnight, and then I'll probably vacuum seal tomorrow once everything's cooled down. Makes for a great snack. Nice lean beef here. I'm in the car a lot, so it actually is a good snack for me driving. So if you like what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, hit us up with our contact information. And as always, we'll put our recipes and everything I did today in the show more comments. And like I said, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.